some say your best life is written in the stars. We've all heard what astrology is, but what can it actually tell us about our lives? This is a common question that astrologer Aliza Kelly answers in her new book, and luckily the universe brought her to us today. Aliza, welcome to DBL. Thank you so much for joining us. Hi. Okay.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. So we can't wait to talk to you about your new book. But first, break it down for us. And how do you explain astrology to people who just don't get it or they think it's bogus?
Well, you know, I've been doing this for almost a decade. So at this point, I'm not really the target demographic for someone who has no interest in astrology whatsoever. But I will say that how I describe astrology is an interpretation of the stars that provides us with insight on personality, preferences, and timing.
I am all in. I am a believer, okay? I'm a believer. So, girlfriend, let's talk star signs here. So, I'm an Aquarius, Sam is a Leo, Al is a Cancer, Jeff is a Gemini, and our other co-host, Tori, is a Capricorn. So, what does that say about our show?
Ooh.
Well, what I love about all of your signs is that we actually have a lot of opposite signs. So, Leo and Aquarius are opposite, Cancer and Capricorn are opposite. Gemini is the only sign that doesn't have its match in the group, but that's okay because Gemini is represented by the twins. So it inherently has a duality to it. So it doesn't necessarily need to have its opposite there in the same way that you guys are all supported.
I love that. Makes me feel good. Now, our show's birthday is September 18th, and we're going into year 5. Now, what do the stars say about the upcoming year? Does 5 mean anything good? Please say something good.
Yeah, 5 is fabulous. 5 is a year that is going to indicate a lot of creativity, a lot of passion, a lot of excitement. So really the question on your 5th year that you should always be asking yourself and circling back to is, how am I having fun? How are we infusing fun and joy and play into every aspect of this show? But it's also important to know the show is a Virgo. So the show wants to be practical. It wants to be productive. And most importantly, it wants to help.
Wow.
So between having fun and also helping, I think that you're in for a really great year.
Wow.
I like hearing that.
That sounds really, that sounds our brand.
On point.
That is our brand.
Yes.
Fun, but important.
There we go.
All right, Jeff here, the lone Gemini wolf. So before we let you go, yeah, but I'm by myself. I don't have a partner on the show.
It's okay.
I'm sad. Before we let you go, your 3rd book, This Is Your Destiny, Using Astrology to Manifest Your Best Life, is coming out later this month. What are you most excited about in this book?
Well, I'm really excited for people to get to understand themselves through this more holistic point of view. Really what I think astrology does is it provides you with an incredible language for self-awareness, for self-discovery, and I really hope that readers can take away just the significance of how valuable they are, each individual person, and how they can use tools like astrology to really embrace self, identity, and make magic happen.
I love that. I can't wait to read your book. But Aliza, I have to ask you, just given the fact that it's been a crazy, tumultuous couple of years, did astrology help you predict or somehow cope with the last couple of years?
Well, the interesting thing is that starting in 2019, I started talking about how intense the astrology for 2020 was going to be, because it really was. It was totally unprecedented. And now, of course, I didn't necessarily know what that was going to look like, because that's also part of it being unprecedented, is that you don't know how it is going to take shape. But come 2020, it started to become very literal. So last year was it was a very intense and unusual year for everybody, but it was definitely an unusual year to be an astrologer because people were really, really asking for guidance in a way that I have not experienced before.
Yeah, we all felt like little lone wolves like Jeff out there last year. Aliza, thank you so much for joining DBL. And to our viewers, you can go grab a copy of her book, This Is Your Destiny, Using Astrology to Manifest Your Best Life. It is available September 28th, wherever books are sold. Thank you so much, Aliza. We appreciate you.
You were awesome.
We'll be right back.
Thank you so much.